It wouldn't ordinarily take me this long to complete such a small project, but I've been so busy. So I'm finally putting some polyacrylic on the nightstand, and then I will be able to bring her back inside and use her again. Something that a well-experienced construction worker, jack of all trades person told me recently is that polyacrylic works best if you put it on very, very lightly, very, very thin in layers. What I have is a 1-coat polyacrylic. It only requires 1 coat. It would equate about 3 coats of a generic polyacrylic. I'll show you what I'm using, but if you are using a generic one, they recommend, or he recommended, very, very thin coats, let it dry, reapply, but just as thin as possible. This is what I'll be using: clear satin, complete projects 3 times faster, maximum durability in just 1 coat. I've really liked this stuff. It's pretty easy to put on. It dries really well. There's no white film left, I guess you could say. So I recommend it for sure. And it has seemed to work just fine with 1 coat. Sometimes I'll do more if I feel like it really needs it, but it's pretty good stuff. It always feels so good to finish a project. I did end up putting Restore Finish on the inside, so it is a different shade of stain. This pressed board was kind of in rough shape. I didn't really want to sand it, and it didn't turn out too bad. This is what I used. It's nice stuff. It's pretty. I think she turned out pretty good, considering the state she was in. I definitely could have done better. I'm a little bit disappointed that I didn't remember to use finer sand grit paper after that first removal, but she's clean now, and she's scratch-free, and she's freshly stained. I'm pretty tired, so for dinner we're gonna do a easy canned box type meal. I have some of this tomatoes and okra, canned tomatoes and okra. I'm gonna add a little extra okra and some corn and some yummy seasoning, maybe a handful of spinach to it, saute it all together, and then probably we'll make some cornbread to go with it. Good southern plant-based meal. I've been working with a cookbook that my mother-in-law got me. Well, she actually got it for Hunter, her son, my husband, but I've been using it more than he has, and I've really been enjoying it, but it does take more effort. I think it doesn't take a ton of effort, but it takes some effort, and right now I do not want to effort. This is the cookbook, and I was going to make this. It's a curry roasted cabbage wedges with tomatoes and chickpeas. And it looks pretty simple and straightforward, but I wanted to go even more simple and straightforward than that. Tonight will be an easy peasy, no lemon squeezy. Too much effort to squeeze the lemons. Do not ask me to squeeze lemons. I do not want to. I always think of Get Smart whenever I hear that term. It's kind of gross, but it's also kind of funny. Today is errand day, chore day, cleaning day, adventure day is what we call it. I always say to the kids, you guys want to go on an adventure with me? Because truly, when you go anywhere with 2 toddlers, it's always an adventure. Trying to find a few things to replace the love seat because fingers crossed, I have someone who wants it. I actually had several people who wanted it. There was a girl I was holding it for, and she wanted me to deliver it for an extra $30, which I was happy to do. I held it for her until the day that she wanted it delivered, and then she stopped responding. So goes Marketplace. I had to re-respond to everybody else who had asked about it during that time. And then someone today messaged me, or this morning, and she would like me to deliver it to her. So I will be bringing that this afternoon when Hunter gets home. And then we will be back on the hunt for exactly what I want. Who knows if the next thing that I buy for that space will actually be what I want, but it's an experiment. My whole life is an experiment. I will take you along on our adventure today. Please tell me I'm not the only person who does this. You walk into the thrift store, you see the shopping carts off to your right. You think to yourself, I'm probably not going to get anything today. And if I do get something, it wouldn't be more than like 1 or 2 items. So I'm not gonna need a cart. Plus it's easier when you have 2 toddlers wandering around. One of them refuses to sit in the cart anymore. The other's a little bit too big to sit in the cart. So you're like, you know what? If I have both hands free, I'm not navigating with a cart. It's just easier, right? And then you start making your way through the store, and by the time you realize you need a cart, you are encumbered with 2 lamps, a pillow, a blanket, a bunch of breakables, and then 2 children running around playing with the glassware. You're like, I have no hands right now. I definitely need a cart. I do that all the time. I will tell myself, I don't need a cart. And then I will have to go back and get a cart while trying to convince my children to follow me in that direction because I don't want to put all the stuff back before I go get a cart, because then someone might take it because it's good stuff that I found. And I have to also make sure that they don't break anything along the way. I mean, maybe I'm alone. I really hope I'm not. But I found some really great things that have been on my list that I need for Airbnbs and for our house. And so I cannot wait to show them to you, and I will do that right now. Oh. 2-year-old is really fighting nap time now. She's reached that point where she's like, nope, don't want to do it, not gonna do it. But I need her to do it because she gets so grumpy if she doesn't, and then I get grumpy. So if you hear her crying in the background, that is why she does not want to sleep. But anyway, I keep a mental list of what I want. I should write it down, but see, the thing is even if I do, I never reference lists that I make. So it doesn't really make sense for me to write something down because I don't even look at it later. If I see something that is on my list, even if I'm not aware that it's on my list until I see it, then I'm like, it's a light bulb, I'm like, oh, I need that. So first thing, not really exciting, but something I needed. Downstairs in our Airbnb, there's no ice dispenser, but we have an ice dispenser upstairs in our refrigerator. So I needed to get some kind of bin that I could just fill with the ice from our dispenser and a scoop. And they had this little Tupperware. It's just plastic Rubbermaid. It was $2. And then this little ice scoop for $1. So that was something that was on my list that I got today, which is a success. Then I needed blankets because, well, one, the winter is coming up, but I'm also furnishing beds downstairs in 2 different rooms. And honestly, we could use some more blankets ourselves. And I was looking online at some of them because blankets are something that I want them to be nice. I don't want them to be ratty, super worn, you know, like clean. I mean, you can always throw it in the washing machine, but there's like a point where it's kind of past all hope. But I found this blanket, which was a nice thick fleece blanket in great condition for $5 versus like $40 online, as well as this knitted blanket. I loved the color. It's like a camel type color for $2. So these would be great for beds, making beds in the winter. As well as this king size bedspread. We don't have a bedspread, we have a comforter and a duvet that goes over, and it's perfect for summer, spring, fall, but during the winter it's not quite warm enough. So I'm thinking that I'll use this over our comforter when I'm making our bed, and it'll just be like a nice extra layer because it's pretty. It's very like neutral, but it's got, you know, a little bit of a design. I like it. It's simple. That's what I like, simple, and you know, you can do whatever you want with the room if the basics are kind of simple. And then, oh, and this was $8, you know, versus $70 or $80 for a king size. I found clothes for my little girl. She's so mad. She seems to be quieting down though. I found this little shirt for her. She grows so fast. She's growing out of all her clothes. But I thought it was so precious. You know, whenever you see something on the rack and you envision your child wearing it. Just some cute little olive green pants with a little bit of a frill trim that I thought she could use. She definitely needs some more neutral pants. She's got a lot of polka dot striped plaid pants, but it's tough finding a shirt that goes with all of them. But then I found this little lace skirt. It's like this little cream color. And I just thought, you know, with some tights and boots and a little sweater, it would be so cute during the autumn. She needs a good pair of thick khakis. Probably a little bit too long for her, but I'll roll the ends and she can grow into them. It would be great for her. And I found her a leotard. I just remember being a little girl and dancing around in little ballet leotards. I always wanted to be a ballerina. Alas, my dream never really came to fruition. An apron, because I am forever splattering oil on my clothes, and that is something I can't get out. If you know of a really good method of getting oil out of clothes, please leave a comment and tell me how, because it has ruined more shirts and pairs of pants for me than I can count. So I got myself an apron. I ideally wanted to get an apron that was, you know, like a full body apron, but I've not found one that I like. And I don't know, I'm just weird. I like aesthetic. So I'm not gonna buy something if I don't like the way it looks, because then I might find something that I do like the way it looks, but then I'll feel bad buying it twice. So I found this, which is great. I also got myself this cute little shirt. It's definitely got prairie vibes, but they're just little sunshines on it. And I thought it was sweet. I have no idea if it'll actually be flattering on me now that I am looking at it. I probably will look like a toddler, an overgrown toddler in it. But we'll see. I can never have enough storage containers. This is just a really simple, in great shape. Not really wicker. It is wicker, but it's like not easily. It's like woven. I don't know how to describe it, but I mean, you can kind of see. It was $1, and I'm always looking for containers that I can just use for organizing things, because there are so many areas like drawers, counter things, closet things that just have a plethora of like a general category of something, but they're all small and they need to be grouped. So always on the lookout for organizational tools like that. Downstairs, our ceiling fan, when we were cleaning it, accidentally busted the globe that goes over the light bulb. And this one was beautiful. $3 versus, $15, $20. That was a good find. More organizational. I mean, is this 50 cents? It was just a little bag, but I mean, I'm always needing things like this to put diapers, wipes, to go kids' toothbrushes and toothpaste, just things like that. Like, I see things like this and I'm like, okay, I don't know exactly what this is going to be for, but I know that I've had moments recently where I'm like, oh gosh, I really need a easy to clean zip bag. And now I have one. 50 cents. Just a little soap dish. I have been needing soap dishes and dispensers, so that's nice, $1. Candlesticks, because the girl can never have too many candlesticks. I always feel guilty burning my candles because I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna have anything to replace them with, but if I am stocked, there's $1 for 2 of them. Nice, simple ivory color, goes with anything. I got these to go in the Airbnb in the cottage, one for dish and one for hand soap. It'll be nice. It says Pure and Good. So I better put some Pure and Good hand soap and dish soap in there, because if I don't, it'll be a deceptive advertisement. Now this is what I was super, super excited about. Like, this find I was so happy with. This lamp. It was $5. It is definitely an antique. It's sturdy, well made. The lampshade itself, I have mixed feelings. I like it, but at the same time I don't. It looks a lot like a flower, which I'm like, or like a bonnet. Like, it looks kind of like a little old maid to me. Like, look, like, that looks like a hat. Looks like I'm wearing a hat. I could always put something different on there. I just love this lamp. And then this lamp, I love this lamp. I got a similar lamp for my husband's side of the bed, and I needed one for my side of the bed. And it was $4. I just think it's, what more could you want from a bedside lamp? A bread knife. I've been needing one of these. It was $3. Good enough for me. And then a brand new laundry hamper. Can't have too many of those, but I need one for so many rooms in the house. I need one for the Airbnb. I need one for my kids' room. I'm not sure where this one is going to go, but it's going somewhere, and I needed it. And I'm happy to say that it was $5. So I think I did pretty good today, y'all. Yeah, I don't think that my children are going to allow me to continue this video any further. It needs to end now. I hope you enjoyed this thrift haul. I certainly enjoyed creating it. Thanks for watching. Holy moly, would you look at the difference between that and that. That is insane. I'm using this stuff, Brasso. It works for stainless, aluminum, bronze, brass, pewter, and chrome and copper. I will get you something to eat in just a moment, bud. But it definitely took some sweat equity, but this is coming off so nice and coming out so nice. Wow, look at that difference. You can't remember, it was a lot more similar in shade and color to this. And now it's, oh, glistening. Yay, I love it. I did it again. I wrestled a lampshade into submission. I will show you the issue in a moment. My lampshade did not fit the lamp that I just had, or that I just bought, but I wanted the lampshade to match the other one that was on my husband's side of the bed, so that it's, you know, similar but different. And I once again jerry-rigged it with a little bit of wire on some wire cutters. I'll show you what I did. So I had these two lampshades. They're the same. They came from some lampshades or some lamps that I used to have that broke. But this is my husband's lamp, and it's a different shape, but it's similar in, you know, metal. Got similar, or they got the same metals. So I was wanting to do kind of a contrasting, similar type thing. Ordinarily, you would, you know, put a lampshade right on something here to rest it and then screw the light bulb in over the lampshade. But this hole was too big. It just like slid right over it, as you can see. So I used the wire to narrow the hole, and then I just screw in the light bulb between that, so that way it'll actually stay, now that I've got wire there. But yeah, I mean, just because something doesn't work the first time doesn't mean that it won't work. And it might not be perfect, but I mean, are you the kind of person that will go in someone's house and like look inside their lamp and be like, oh, you jerry-rigged your lamp? I'm not that kind of person, so it doesn't bother me. I mean, maybe it would bother you if you're that kind of person, but we made it work. This is tonight's dinner. Kind of afternoon, evening that it has been. I did not really do anything around the house. The laundry is still there. The windowsills are still dirty. The house is dirty. The girl that wanted to pick up or wanted me to deliver the love seat ended up not being able to have delivered until late tonight. So I'm bringing it when she gets off work. And that's about it. We're doing it. It is cold. Bringing the love seat to its new home, and then we'll come home and have some tea because it's cold and I'm tired. So this will be a good way to end the day. Nice and productive, and checking off one more thing to do on the list. My grandmother is traveling. Yeah, it's you and me. My grandmother is traveling into town today. She's gonna stay with us, but it's her birthday this week. So we're celebrating this morning. We made a crown. We made a birthday crown for her to wear tomorrow for her birthday, and we made some cards. And there's a few things we've got to do today to get ready for her. I had guests check out of the Airbnb last night, or no, this morning, pardon me. And so we're going to be doing laundry, cleaning floors, cleaning the bathroom, trying to get things ready for them to come stay with us. So, you're like a wiggly worm. So, we'll do that this morning. I've got baby drool on me. And then I am still on the hunt for something to replace the love seat that I sold last night. So if I could find something today, that would be really great, because I would love to have extra seating while we have guests staying with us, but if we don't, we will just sit crisscross applesauce